name is Gracie Waukechon. I'm a proud member of the Bad River Band of Lake Superior, Chippewa. I'm 21 years old and I've traveled from central Wisconsin to talk to you today about the fight for our future and to prevent the Line 5 reroute to protect Canadian, American, and Bad River communities. I am here to plead for my future. The Great Lakes is over 20% of the world's freshwater resource. Here's what we know about Line 5. It was built in 1955 and was only meant to operate for 50 years. We are 21 years past this estimated time. It has already sustained damage, causing over 30 ruptures into the Great Lakes and surrounding communities. A reroute is dangerous and unnecessary. Wisconsin and Michigan's coastal communities hardly benefit from Line 5, yet we will be the first to be negatively impacted from an oil spill. And the proof of that is in Enbridge's track record. The second worst inland oil spill in United States history, when 1 million gallons of oil contaminated the Kalamazoo River. Further, on November 11th of 2024, 69,000 gallons of crude oil spilled into Jefferson County. The general public was not informed of this spill until December 13th. It is vital that we keep in mind that the failed carbon steel valve was over 50 years old. This is aging, dwindling infrastructure. I understand that there are many people here today that are trying to fight for their jobs at Enbridge. I completely empathize as a proud union member, but I'm also here because I want to protect all of your quality of water. This is something that impacts every single one of you, and I would like, if I may, to read a quote from Enbridge's sustainability portion on their website. At Enbridge, we integrate biodiversity considerations into our operation and the communities where we work to balance the protection of land, planet, and animal life. We do this through a lens of cultural priorities and social equity. This is a quote from Enbridge's website. I'm incredibly curious what part of protecting the land means spilling over 1 million gallons of oil into the Kalamazoo River. I'm very curious what part of social equity means waiting a full month to tell the public about the devastating oil spill in Jefferson County. What part of cultural priority means operating illegally on a reservation and then proposing a reroute onto waterways that flow into the reservation and further into Lake Superior? The fact is, we cannot trust this company. No amount of money can wash away the sins of big oil. No oil will replace the necessity and human right that is clean water. To all those in this room who support the reroute, I have something I wish to remind you. When your oil contaminates our water, you destroy us. You will contaminate my body, you will desecrate the grave of my father, you will destroy the future of all of those who will rely on the Great Lakes for fresh water. We cannot remain in the place we have always inhabited if it is contaminated with oil. In time, when the pipeline is burst, when our wild rice beds are poisoned, and our land is a biological hazard, I will come to you and ask if you are finally satisfied with the dollars in your pocket. When our cancer rates skyrocket and our children grow up with deformities from oil contamination, I will ask you to pay for their hospital bills. When we are waging wars for water, and it is a commodity only the rich can afford, I will come to you and expect you to fill my cup, because that's what you've taken from me. When you come to reroute the pipeline on the waterways that flow into the reservation, I will stand in the way. I am the proud daughter of a tribal member who blockaded the tracks in 1996 to protect the reservation, and I will do it again in a heartbeat. I am very proud of that history, and we cannot, for the sake of our ancestors, we cannot let this reroute happen. This will devastate all people, native and non-native, Enbridge employees, and tribal members. This will impact all of us. Clean water is the basis of our humanity. It's so incredibly critical. Lastly, I want to promise that you will never be free of us until Line 5 is decommissioned. Not rerouted, decommissioned. This ongoing conflict has raised a new generation of tribal people who will carry on the fight of our ancestors. I will not stop fighting for the well-being of the Great Lakes until I'm dead in the ground. And I hope that by the time that I am dead in the ground, I will not be next to your leaking pipeline. I am begging all of you here today, I'm begging you, Judge Foy, please be on the right side of history and protect the Great Lakes and the surrounding watershed. I am begging you to give me a future with clean, safe drinking water. Miigwech.